Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Katie and today we're going to do a weekly spread in my Happy Planner Classic. This is for the week of May 11th through the 17th. Today is actually May 11th. It's the day after Mother's Day and we need to get a weekly spread together because this week is going to be full for me. And I'm going to use this book. This is Modern Farmhouse. I did get it on sale at Hobby Lobby. I don't even know if Hobby Lobby sells Happy Planner books anymore really, but that's where I got mine, and I'm sure it's on sale on their website. Horace knocking cameras because that's his specialty. We'll put it on his resume because I'm sure at this point he's an expert. Okay, there we go. Anyway, if I can find a link to this book on the website, on the Happy Planner website, I will link it for you guys below. But it's just a fun book. It's got like fruits and flowers. And I saw it sitting on the shelf and was like, I haven't used that in a minute, so let's just pull it out. Let's get started. This week is going to be pretty busy for me. I somehow have made it through the busiest part of the month for me. We did all the appointments and everything went as smooth as possible, I suppose. And now I am sitting in this week here, which is, there's nothing going on except my home inspection on Friday. So this is basically going to be a mega cleaning week. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to focus on. I still have a handful of things left from my spring cleaning bucket list. I did make a video on that. So I do want to get to like the baseboards. I want to do a deep clean on our laundry room, our laundry room is outside. It's underneath our carport. And because it's outside, it gets really dusty and stuff really easily. And these people are gonna come. We haven't had an inspection and we've been in this house for 3 years. So I'm probably way overthinking it. I'm really nervous about it. I have no idea what they're gonna say, what they're looking for. I have no idea. And even then, we are very likely gonna be moving out in the end of July. It just depends on what the homeowner is gonna do. I touched on this before, but basically we had an auditor come through and do an appraisal on the home. And that was a whole thing. So we basically just went through an inspection where we had to deep clean the whole house, and it's likely that the house is going to be going up for sale. So I don't know if we're going to be allowed to stay. I don't know if they're going to raise the rent. There's a lot of things up in the air. All I know is this week is mega cleaning week, and it's not just for the inspection. I'm using this as these are things that I was going to have to do anyway if we move out in July, which is only a couple months away. So I'm just getting ahead on that. It's also just stuff that I do anyway. I clean the baseboards 2-3 times a year. It's time. Horace, please quit with the camera. Oh, thank you, sweet boy. My gosh, he can't help it. He's got a long tail. It's his burden to bear, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, these are things that I clean a couple times a year anyway. It's time. This whole week is just going to be cleaning. So I know going into this spread, I want lists every single day where I can sit down and say, okay, today I'm tackling, like I know for today, once I finish filming, I want to wash all the curtains in the house because they've got cat hair on them. The cats like to get in the windows. And it's not lost on me that having a lot of pets comes with smell. And so in order to stay clean, you have to wash things like your fabrics, your linens, things like that. So my curtains need to be washed. There are a couple spots where my cats have knocked over a wax warmer because they're getting into things they're not supposed to. And so there's some wax spills, which I can get up. I just haven't taken the time to like get out a blow dryer and, work the spots. So just being real with you guys, this is not a perfect house over here. So I'm gonna work on that today. And then I think I'm gonna wipe down and clean all of the cabinetry in the house, which isn't a lot, but I think it does need a good scrub. It's just things that I do a couple times a year anyway. Putting it on the rotation, that's what I think I'm going to work on today. I want a list for every day. Let's jump into actual planning. I'm just rambling now, aren't I? Okay, Horace, come on, my baby. Come, my sweetheart. Scoot, scoot. This video is sponsored by Horace, apparently. Okay, so I did peek through this book and I did find these stickers that say today's list. And I like that. So I think I'm going to do a checklist for every day with a header all the way up through Friday. And there are checklists in here. So let's go. I'm just going to start randomly placing these checklists, and then I can decorate around them. It has been a very busy, like my past week, 7 to 10 days has been very, very full. I took my mom for a sleep study, and that went really, really well. They let me stay with her up until like 10:30, 11, like literally right before like lights out, where they were like, okay, the return, like they let me stay with her to get the machines hooked up and all of that stuff. Then they basically just kicked me out once they were ready to turn everything on. So that was really nice of them. The technician that was taking care of my mom that night was super sweet, walked me to my car in the dark, and it was like, if anything happens, I will call you, it'll be fine, come back right away in the morning, we will take care of her. And I was like, okay, cool, all is well, thank you. So that made me super like super at ease to know that these people were so sweet and taking care of my mama like that. Sorry, my throat's really dry. Some water. If you haven't had water, get you some water. 5 big sips now. Come on, y'all. Okay. Anyway, and then that went really well. I came back in the morning, and they didn't have to put any machines on her. They basically just said she does not have sleep apnea, but she does wear oxygen at night. She does have a lung disease, and she needs more oxygen at night. For some reason, her oxygen drops pretty dang low, and when she's asleep, I don't know if it's the way she sleeps or if she's a mouth breather. I have no idea what the reasoning is, but they said it's all good. Just keep using the machine that she already has, crank it up. So they gave us like new prescription orders for oxygen. So that went super well. I'm so glad that she let me actually take her to the study, because she really didn't want to go. And I understand, because she's got a lot going on. So then this is where we get into some bad news. We did go to an ultrasound. Long story short, she has a yearly scan on her chest because she has a lung disease. And in this scan, her chest looked fantastic, but on the side of it, her specialist saw a little something kind of like near her armpit area. And he was like, hey, I don't like how that looks. It's probably nothing, but will you please go get an ultrasound? Will you get it checked out? And so they wanted to do like a whole mammogram and a scan and a this and a that. And my mom was like, I'm not doing all that. And I was like, I understand. She gets a lot of medical stuff done. So she likes to take it slow and go in pieces. And as long as I can get her to go to the doctor, cool. We'll do whatever she wants to do. It's her body, her autonomy. That's fine. So I got with her doctors and stuff, and they were so sweet, and they let us the doctor rewrote the orders to be just an ultrasound. They were like, just ultrasound, just start with that. So we went and did that, and it didn't go well. They of course didn't let me back in the room because radiation and all that junk, I guess, is going on back there. But they also didn't come get me when the doctor came to discuss things like I had asked, which it's fine. They're very busy, and I don't want to say my mom's like a problem patient, because she's not. She's super sweet, and she does whatever they ask to the best of her ability. But they get busy. There's a lot going on. They're overwhelmed. And Horace, I'm knocking stuff over. Oh, I guess I didn't really need a Saturday, Sunday list. It's fine. We'll leave them. And so they didn't come get me when they gave her the results, and the results were not good. There are abnormal masses, and they can't say for sure yet without the biopsy, but they are like pretty dang sure that it's breast cancer. And so we did go to another appointment with her primary doctor, and he looked everything over, and he had a lot of the same feelings. So I did take a few days to kind of decompress with that information, but it's more important for me to be there for my mom than sit and feel sorry for myself. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. And All she wanted was to have a nice Mother's Day and to get through that and to be with her kids and have a wonderful weekend. And then she told me she will let me start the process of getting referrals and stuff together so that we can do biopsies and a full mammogram and all the scans, all the things that they want to do on her. It's going to be quite a bit. And once we know for 100% certain that it's a cancer, then we will discuss what treatment might look like and if we're going to pursue it. It's a really hard situation because the whole reason she even let me take her to the doctor in the first place and let her get better with her lung disease is because she loves her children and she wants to be around if we have kids and she has grandchildren. So it's really disheartening for her to be 2 years into this process and to be so stable and so secure in this disease. Even though there's no cure for it, it's super stable. And to get this news, it's literally just like knocked her down. So I'm trying really hard to just be positive, and there are so many treatment options, and there's a lot of things that play into this. So okay, there was a little train that passed, so I cut out there, but basically there's a lot that goes into this. We're gonna take it day by day, and I don't want to just like give all of her information on the internet, but one, y'all don't know her. She's not online. No one's ever going to see or know her. Two, she knows I make videos and talk about my personal life, and she's okay with that. Three, the biggest thing in my life right now is taking care of my mom, and I take that as an honor and a privilege. So I wouldn't be doing myself justice if I didn't talk about how I'm getting through it and struggling through it while I'm literally writing these appointments and stuff in my planner and sharing it with you guys. And if something does take a turn for the worse, which I'm not even going to go there yet because we haven't even gotten biopsies yet, but if something does take a turn for the worse, I don't want to be like having like pretend like nothing was happening, like nothing's wrong, and then jump on here and be like, well, you know, like a disaster struck and now I'm devastated and then I disappear again. I don't want you guys to be like blindsided in any way because I don't know, I just don't feel like that's fair to you either. I don't know. I'm taking it day by day with this because the appointments, they're heavy. We do a lot of appointments. So this week though, we're focusing on cleaning. That's the update. That's the life update. That's where we're at. Got our lists in. Let's do some decorating and some boxes. I don't even know what I like the most in here. We have full boxes. We could do some of those. Because I am going to need lots of space to write this week. So maybe let's do some of these. Okay. So let's do like this planner spread is definitely going to be more function over like decoration. Some weeks are busier than others. That's just the way that I'm doing it this week. What do we have here? Living for today and planning for tomorrow. That's cute, especially for a planner. Oh, it's big though. So maybe big. Okay. It's so big. What else do we have? We have florals. We have some really pretty like boxes that could be layered. So maybe we'll use some of those. And these with the fruits. So maybe we'll use some of these too. Okay, what about one of these? Don't wait for the sunshine, be the sunshine. That's cute. Let's do that. Sorry guys, my throat is super like stuck. No matter what I do, there's like a dry spot. It's gotta be allergies of some kind. Oh, these are so pretty, but they're huge. Like, what am I supposed to do with these? Okay, what if do one thing each day that brings you happiness? Maybe we go right in the middle with that guy. Ooh, that's pretty too. The pink. I've got room for a big box. I could do a big box and then do a couple quotes on the side. Yeah, let's do this big pink one. And that works because Friday, there's only going to be so much I can do in the morning before the inspection starts. So I don't need as long of a list on Friday. And this box can really just be like for Saturday. That works. And then let's do maybe something similar to this here. Because then we can do something like this, like up. That one's smaller. Here we go. We already used that quote, didn't we? We did. Okay, so how about life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. And I like the pears, that's cute. Come on. That works. And then we'll do a box here with the fruit. We need a quote the same shape as this, like a full box. And we can do that here. I thought there were more that did not have foil. Where'd they go? Maybe not. That's okay. We can use one of these. Let's see. What color? What color? We've got some pink. We've got some green. We've got a little bit of tan. Maybe the blue. Loving the here and now. That's pretty. I like that. And then maybe we do some kind of like box combination. Like here, here, here. And then maybe one more quote here. Well, this is a plain box. Should we make these match? Or should we do another plain box? No, because I like the fruit. Okay, so let's see where the fruit boxes were. Oh, there's more. Like these. I want to use these to make like a box type combination. And then we have these. Okay. That peeled up super nicely. Let's put down this guy. There's just like more to it. There's more decor on it. So we're going to do that. All right, now let's see what we can do about these like layered bits. What do I want to do here? Okay, so we have quote, quote. Maybe they won't layer because the quotes are in the middle. Did we have other boxes? We did. Or I could just do something like this big old flower. In a box. Let's do blue. Okay, so maybe we just put the flower, layer the box. Okay, a little layered moment. I'm okay with that. Maybe let's do the pink one. What else can we layer? We have a pretty cherry. Okay, let's do that again. Up here. Yeah. Okay, let's find a piece. We have some leaves. Looks like I've used a lot of the clear stickers. Oh, and lemon. That's perfect. And then where did, oh, we had these boxes. We could have layered. That's okay. And circles. I completely jumped over those. That's okay. Well, where are they? Here we go. What's left? Do we want to do yellow on yellow? Kind of, because there's not a lot of gray, so I really don't want to lean into gray. We'll do this. That works, that's just fine. And then what should go down here? I've got enough function for the day, so I guess we could do another quote. We could do another one of these. Or we could do, no, let's do a quote. Okay, let's see. Of course I went to the pink first, but we already have pink right there. So I don't want to do pink. Goodness, my throat is really bugging me. Well, that's pink too. We could do this cream one. Live the story you want to tell. Let's do that. Okay. And then maybe we can do one more, like something like on the clear over here. Maybe the blue, because we have pink. Because of course I was drawn to the pink, but we have pink, green, maybe some blue. We also have florals, but I think I want to do, let's do this. Let's not overcomplicate it. What does it even say? We have, be beautiful, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. That's nice. Let's do that. Okay, let's do some headers, which is not necessarily necessary, but they're cute. So this is numbers and days. My copy is beat up. I've got 2 copies and they both look like this because I use the crap out of them. What color? I don't know if any of the colors go super well. I love these. These would look nice, except I don't have a full set left. I don't know why they like, I have no idea why they did it like this. Gold would work just fine because there's some gold accents in the decor. It might be gold. We might be doing gold. But what numbers do I have? I don't have to cover the numbers. That's too much gold, I think, to use a big old block like that. Those are all gone. That's okay. These might be a touch too small. Oh no, they fit nice. Okay, we'll use these. And then we'll do gold words for the days of the week. I'm so surprised that these fit. Okay. Which gold words? Do we want to do the block or the cursive? Let's do cursive. Why not? All right, I am going to cover. Ooh, not that blend. That is a thin tip. I like using the thickest tip that they offer. They have like a thin, a medium, and a thick. This is a jelly roll pen. And I like to use the thickest one. The bold, is that what it's called? I don't know. But it's the thick one. And I just use this to cover up the words a little bit, just to make it look a little bit nicer. When the clear sticker goes on top, you can still kind of see it, but I don't care. I think this looks a little bit nicer. And the trick with this pen is to kind of hover over the word and let the ink kind of pile and flow. So you're kind of just pushing the ink over the word. That's the best way to get coverage. And now let's do our little headers. Beautiful. All right, you guys, that is the spread for this week. I'm going to start filling some things out and kind of map out how I want to get this cleaning done this week. And that is it. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.